Today we're going to talk about the Herudians. These extraterrestrial beings exist in the fourth dimension, and their species are about 11 feet tall, with bodies that look the same as ours, except for their heads, which resemble horses. There is no relation between these non-physical beings and our earth horses. It is merely a coincidence that they resemble each other, and the fact that they have heads that resemble horses creates an atmosphere of mythology around them from our human perspective. They help humanity by dissipating the mental waves that the evil extraterrestrials create, and also assist those that have been affected by mental wave attacks to return to their normal self. If you find yourself under a mental wave attack, direct your attention towards them, as a simple direction of your mind to them will be perceived by the Herudians, and if allowed, they will give you assistance. The Herudians say that there are many ways to create physical tools to help dissipate these mental, scalar, and microwave mind control transmissions that the Zeta Reticulum and others produce. They allow us to see one of the simplest ways, and it was by filling jars with seawater or water with sea salt and placing them around the house. Also, quartz crystals around the house works, but the crystals have to be cleaned daily, and the salt water also has to be changed frequently. The Herudians believe that a strong personal will is the best antidote, and that a person should practice any exercise that increases their willpower. Their planet is located in one of the farthest stars of our galaxy. It is a green planet with purple-toned hues and great oceans in many colors. When the waters hit the shore, rainbows of color splash over the rocks. Remember, this is the fourth dimension. They have great fields of pure, untouched nature. Like our planet, theirs is full of many species of wildlife that live in harmony with each other. The mating seasons of those species occur once every several hundred years, and their lifespan is 1,000 times longer than the species on our planet. In the fourth dimension, the natural laws are different than ours. They have gigantic mountains sculpted in the images of their greatest spiritual masters. Inside many of the mountains, they have beautiful temples of light. The Herudian houses look like huge igloos built along the bases of their chains of mountains and towards the ocean. In the afternoon, they enjoy watching the sky, where the most beautiful display of light and colors fills the atmosphere, something similar to our aurora borealis. It's important to mention that their planet is a little bit bigger than our moon, and it has no natural satellites. Also, the planet has two suns about the same size, but each in a different solar system parallel to one another. You may ask why this is important to mention about their culture or their fourth dimensional life, but the more you know about them, the easier it is to connect to them. The planet is in the utmost orbit of one of their sun systems, but there is a point in the year where the planet is just in the middle distance between these two suns. In this point of tension, the planet is equally pulled by the gravitation of these two suns, and that is when the New Year celebration begins. The climax point is when the Herudians wait to see towards which solar system their planet is going to be pulled to begin the new year. If the planet is pulled towards the red sun, they know it is going to be a year of work, but they will have to balance out a lot of their karma. But if the planet is pulled towards the blue sun, it means it will be a year of dedication, devotion, and relaxation. As a spiritual practice, they retire themselves to the outdoors or their impression of nature in the fourth dimension to find peace and serenity. They recommend that humans do the same and find time to go outside and commune with the outdoors to find internal peace. The Herudians train their minds to levels that are totally unknown to us and can connect to supramental levels at will, obtaining a deep knowledge of how everything works. They can materialize and dematerialize at will, as they are masters of their forms. Even in third dimension, they can make us believe that they disappear, as they are also masters of creating illusions in the mind. They can make us think that they are in a place that they are not, or to see something that is not there. They communicate by telepathy from any distance in the universe. The Herudians are also here to receive the great light dispensation that our planet is receiving. The light penetrates the fourth dimension and then the third, bathing the aura of the planet. The Herudians can't comprehend the other dimensions from the point of view of the heart, so many times they live in a difficult and extreme dilemma between the mind and the heart. They can know all the dimensions with their mind, but without the pure feeling of light and love from the heart, The experiences in this dimension can become cold, dry, and insipid. But their hearts are not in atrophy, and they have faith that someday their hearts will reach the same height as their minds. Even though the Herudians haven't had a golden age in thousands of years, their connection to their ascended masters and saints haven't been lost, and this spirituality is the one that will take them to a new golden age. That will happen at the same time that our planet ascends to a higher vibration. For now, we can only be grateful for their presence on our planet, as these noble beings protect us from the negative ETs. Our old cultures had contact with them, and the Herudian confirmed that they did contact the North American Indians in the past long ago. The form of their heads allows their brains to have an unusual form, and it also allows them to have some of the most powerful mental powers of all the ETs. The Herudians seek to free themselves from their mental limitations, even though we humans can't fathom the heights of their mental development, and connect more to the heart. The Herudians are androgynous in nature, but with some male and female characteristics about them that can change from year to year, depending on the necessities of their civilization and which sun they are being pulled towards. They have a monarchy system, and their blue blood expands for hundreds of generations, as they say, all the way to their original gods. For reasons unknown to us, the lifespan of the kings and queens are 3 times longer than the general population. Close to their command centers, they have built enormous fields made up of what seem to be billions of crystals. These fields can be as big as New York City, and that's the place where the Herudians go to anchor the excess of mental information and to clarify their minds. It is in these fields where they celebrate the New Year and other important dates. The young ones are trained in a very special school where they learn to control and train their minds. There is also a healing society which trains how to heal with their mental powers, and another of intellectuals that spend all their time writing and recording the events that transpire in their super high mental experience. They write these events in crystals through vibration, creating rings of light from the inferior exterior part towards the interior superior part of the crystal. They just need to touch one of these crystals and their mind instantly reads all of the information and sensations recorded within the crystal. There is a very special event in their culture and society where a synchronous eclipse takes place about every 399 of their years. It's caused by the presence of an internal planet in one of their solar systems. At this time, Herudians from all parts of the universe return home to discuss events that are to come. In every sacred mountain, there is a sacred cave where all the knowledge that has been recorded by the intellectuals is reviewed by their mystics, and all the flaws are polished. Their mystics and saints have a great level of spirituality, even though the general population is mainly mental. Their mystics are connected to the heart, which clearly shows that they keep the connection intact, not to be lost like has happened to other species. The main names of the 4 most highly enlightened Herudians are Kimatori, Santamerti, Gotamiri, and Dimatori. They hold the light of spiritual realization for all. Each of these saints lives in one of the sacred caves mentioned before and are only consulted in spiritual matters. It is said that Sanat Kumara was incarnated on their planet to fulfill an avataric mission. They also have stories of great avatars, equivalent to our Rama and Krishna.